About a month ago, I made a video about the Kings, and in that video, I'm pretty sure I was like, yeah, like I really like this roster. Like I love the Sabonis piece. I love Keegan Murray. You know, off night, who doesn't love him? But I was like, respectfully, it's Sacramento, right? Mike Brown, first-year head coach with this team. Like, we got to figure it out. We got to, you know, digest it, see what comes out the other end, because it's Sacramento, and like, how worth it is it for us to put a bunch of stock into them? Well, it turns out that it might be the first time in a while that it might be worth it to put some stock into this Kings team, because as of this recording, for the first time since, what is it, like 2005, the Kings have a 6-game winning streak. They beat Detroit last night. That's 6 games. Folks, Golden One Center is electric. And if there's anything that I want to start with us talking about, if there's anything that's at like the forefront, send it to the front lines. We got to address this thing before anything else, and Kings fans are going to love this. The little beam that they got on Golden One Center. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, after every single win this season, home or away, the Kings have, think of like like the beacon in Minecraft, the thing that shoots the light all the way up to the top. Surely I've put a picture over here to give you an example by now. It's that, but it's a purple light if the Kings win. And I don't know how it's not a flight hazard, but I love it. And fortunately for Kings fans, they've been seeing it a lot recently. Again, currently on a 6-game winning streak. By the time that you're watching this, they've maybe have lost 100 games in a row, and like, it's the Kings. But right now I want to talk about them. And it bothers me. And people did this in the Portland video that I made, where I was like, should we take them a little bit seriously? And like, yeah, it is early in the season, and like, we shouldn't take anybody seriously, and we shouldn't, well, there are teams that we can make fun of. But like, teams are still figuring out who they are and what their identity is. So like, you know, no. But also, like, if you're a team like Sacramento, you haven't seen your team get off to a start like this in who knows how long. I don't know the last time that the Kings were leading the league in scoring. Like, when was the last time the Kings had like the best offense in basketball? Maybe it was for some, well, there's no way even as like how did they get that high? It couldn't have been recently. There's no way. I don't know when the last time was. They're fucking fun to watch, man. And it all starts with De'Aaron Fox, man. I mean, you watch him, and just over the years, the levels and the steps that he's taken, he's so much more measured and like calculated when you watch him, where, you know, a couple years ago, his first few years in the league, it's like, you know, he's this run and gun, like super antsy, super quick and athletic guard. But like, you know, his playmaking's, you know, good. It's fine. He has an inclination for it, right? But the dude is a scorer at heart. Like, before anything else, that's what he does, right? But now it's just so much, and I hate to use the words measured and calculated again, but he seems very, it's more orchestrated, or orchestral, rather, the way that he commands an offense. There's a weight to his presence that I think is being felt throughout the entire roster. And then the Sabonis thing, which, by the way, for how much I love him, for how much I will always defend him, and for how much I will continue to say that I love him on this team, it cannot go without being mentioned that for the first like month of the season, he was shooting 9% from 3, 9. And like, since then, in like the last week or so, he's gotten it back up to like, you know, like 30 or something. But like, that was only 4 attempts, which is just an indictment on how few he had already taken. So like, 9%, is it that serious? No. And it's also Sabonis, who we know can hit those shots. It's just, you know, some guys getting out of the gate, it can be a little rusty, and he's already getting it back up. But it's just funny, and I just had to point it out. But otherwise, man, I mean, last night, especially against a team like Detroit, when it's like, right now, what bigs do we have to even put a body on him? It's like Jalen Duren, yeah. But other than that, Bagley, are you going to put Bogdanovich on him? You know what I mean? Like, so when Sabonis is able to go fucking, I don't know, sicko mode, and that was so corny. That sounded so stupid. Still has the potential to be a perennial walking triple-double, right? Or the DeJounte Murray walking almost triple-double. Like, he's still, you know, rebounds he's going to get every single time. Points he's going to get every single time. You know, with assists, it's just a matter of like, what's De'Aaron up to? You know, what's going on with him? You know what's been weird about Harrison Barnes is we're finally starting to see him like not be Harrison Barnes anymore. Like, he's not thinking, you know, shoot first every single time. He's not looking for his shot the way that he would have like 5 years ago. And it's just kind of, you know, just the way that a career ends up going when you're a player like him. He's just a lot more selective, I think, with his shots. And it's just weird because when we think Harrison Barnes, you know, you think a guy, and it's not that he would ever take ill-advised shots. Well, he would, but you know what I mean? Like, that's not what we associated with Harrison Barnes. Well, maybe at some points in his career, actually. Maybe we did. Do we want to do Kevin Huerter or Trey Lyles now? Let's do the Trey Lyles thing because that's a little bit quicker. I'm really happy for Kings fans that they've been able to enjoy Trey Lyles. And as a Pistons fan, so when he was in, San Antonio, I don't remember where he was, I think San Antonio was a good. Detroit was early in his career, and Trey Lyles was asked like, what are the worst basketball cities in America, and he said Detroit. So Pistons fans were like, fuck you, Trey Lyles, when we signed him. And then it turns out Trey Lyles was actually kind of decent and like was actually a pretty good guy. And Kings fans are just reaping the benefits of that. I don't remember what the trade was and how we ended up with him. I think that was the Corey Joseph trade, actually, when we gave you Trey Lyles. I'm thinking that's what it was. Or was he sent over there with Josh Jackson when we got Bagley? I don't remember. We keep doing business with the Kings because Monty McNair might be an idiot. Well, maybe not, because he's putting together a good team. Because it's weird, because this Kings team is so cohesive. They have, 5 guys averaging double figures? Is 5 or 6 guys? They're also just assisting the absolute shit out of the basketball. Everybody's getting touches. I mean, I guess saying that they are A, the highest scoring offense in basketball, B, that they have 5 guys averaging double figures, I feel like you can just intrinsically assume, hey, they are also probably pretty good at sharing the basketball. Kevin Huerter is kind of a bully. A little bit. And I don't mean bully, I mean that in an endearing way. I don't mean it, he's like a Patrick Beverly, Grayson Allen, like he's a shithead. I guess I just mean he's one of those dudes who just knows, he just knows what he's got. And he knows that you probably can't guard him. And believe it or not, most people fucking can't. How about Malik Monk too, man? He's one of those guys who, when he was in Charlotte, I was like, you're not good. You're just not good. It was the same thing, him and Devontae Graham. I was like, you guys are the antithesis of efficiency, which now I just say that about D'Angelo Russell. But back then, it was Malik Monk. And then when he signed with the Lakers, I was like, ooh, that feels like kind of a good little redemption spot for him. Not that he maybe needed it, but I just thought, just something about it. Just the volume. But I really enjoyed watching him with the Lakers. I think in the Lakers video that I made a month or two ago, when I was like, there were 3 players who actually knew how to play with LeBron last year. It was Austin Reeves, Stanley Johnson.
I smoked so much weed before this and forgot who we were talking about.
Malik Monk. That's right. That's who it was. Yeah, see, I had it the whole time. That was Malik Monk. And now he has this stint with the Kings so far that I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm enjoying watching him play. He's still kind of the same guy. He just does it in a more, it's a vibes thing. I don't know. If I say team-oriented way, like a team-friendly way, does that make sense? And finally, because a Kings video would not be complete if I didn't mention Keegan Murray, who is just, man, the best player I've ever seen, ever. And I mean that hyperbolically, because he's not. But it's if Game 6 Clay is going to be a thing, okay, headband Sadiq is going to be a thing, masked LeBron, we can do this all day. Baseline Keegan needs to be a thing. I know that's not how it works. I get that's not what the joke is. But I'm telling you, if you outlet pass this man in the corner or just in half court, give this guy the fucking ball in the corner, he's going to take 2 dribbles, size you up, and hit some shit on the baseline. His baseline pull-up is fucking cash every single time. The way that I'll watch Cade, and the second that he pulls up from mid-range on the elbow, right on the elbow every time, he rides the screen and hits from the elbow, and that, I swear to God, he's shooting 80% on it. That is his fucking bolded, italicized, underline shot, okay? If I see Keegan Murray take 2 dribbles and spot up on the fucking baseline, I go to the other end of the floor. Go to the other end of the floor, because it's not rimming out. He might not even fucking touch net. It's just going to be a perfect fucking rainbow. I swear to God, man, watching him play is intoxicating, because he fucking, I've made this joke about him before, but he will only go straight. He refuses to go side to side, and he's been a little bit better about it. But that motherfucker just goes. He's just in go mode all the time. I will say this. Whether or not the Kings at the end of the season are in a similar position, they're not going to be in a similar position. They're not going to be the 3 or the 4 seed. Let's not do that. But let's just say, can they ride this momentum? Can they ride this wave? Have they figured this out? Is Mike Brown the coach that they've been waiting for? Is this the roster they've been waiting for? Was Sabonis the guy they needed all along? So many moving parts here. While I'm not going to sit here and overreact to, however well they're playing, because I am really enjoying it, I think the reality of it is that this very well could be a playoff team. And at the very worst, I think we're looking at a team that's making the play. And I think it would take something absolutely catastrophic from what we've seen so far to look at this Kings team and think they won't be one of the 10 best in the West. You know what I mean? So with that in mind, Kings fans, I am fucking happy for you guys. And I know that there was apparently beef between Pistons and Kings fans. That shit's not real to me. They were for dumb reasons because apparently Pistons fans were like making fun of Kings fans for drafting Keegan Murray because Pistons fans were the ones that wanted Ivy. So they were like, haha, you fucking idiots. You drafted Keegan Murray. But I wanted Keegan Murray. So like I was happy for, you know what I mean? So like I wasn't going to make fun of Kings fans because I was like, congratulations, you got the player that I wanted. And don't need to keep fucking saying this, but I just know that some of you little fuckers are going to go to the comments and be like, well, aren't you happy with Ivy? Yes. Yes. But you know what I mean. So 45 wins. No fucking way. No shot, guys, right? They can't do that.